lineups are locked, and we're ready for one heck of a match.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here's another stadium game for you, where the enemy team opt to pick 3 or 4 flyers against me. When will they learn? They cannot run this many flyers against me, especially D.Va, Pharah, Mercy. We just have the ultimate solutions for this.
Welcome to the Armory. Time for the teams to gear up.
So going into round 1, the power's obvious. We don't need to think about it. We're against the D.Va. We're going to pick Chain Grasp. We're going to pick Stratosphere. That's going to give us a little boost against that. Ballistic Buffer and some weapon speed. It's quite simple. Ballistic Buffer's good against the Pharah rockets or the Junkrat spam from long range. We're going to take attack speed just because we've got Chain Grasp and we can use that. And then Stratosphere is going to give us our much needed 25 health. But also it's going to slow down players who try to push us aggressively or try to escape. So, for example, D.Va is often flying off of the ground. If she decides to, thrust into us and use micro missiles on us, then if she goes a little bit too airborne, she gets slowed and we just kind of walk away. So yeah, they're saying Arcs on an alt account. Yep. This account is high rank though already. It's just not quite as high as the other account. So, generally, I've been on this account getting it up to the high ranks. Most of the time I'm running Chain Grasp. And they're saying, are you going to deal with the barrage? So this person has played against this Pharah Mercy before by the looks of it. So they've given us some great information. The fact that they're on this barrage build means, okay, we've got a few solutions against this. So straight away we're going to get aggressive, put pressure on the D.Va. That Chain Grasp is going to work on the Junkrat as well close. We're not too focused on the flyers right now. Again, we can just Chain Grasp off of the D.Va. It is long range spam. Their build takes a little while to come online as well. So we just take down the Junkrat because I really don't want someone stuck in that, including myself. Not when there's a Pharah and Junkrat who are going to spam whoever's sitting stationary with all sorts of direct hits. We get put under a bit of pressure, so we've got to fade backwards. Bounce our heal orb to help heal the team while we go in to try and use Chain Grasp, but we're just getting long range spammed. And yeah, the spam does make this a little bit tricky, but they're unable to really push forward because it's tough for them to push into this Orisa without getting kills first of all. Now our Orisa does take down enemy Moira. We pop the D.Va mech as well, so that's going to be the enemy team having to back off here. Mercy, not sure what you're doing behind there. I mean, at least she was using some cover, but we do take her down. Moira also dropping the orbs, dealing damage to the Junkrat. Just don't get hit by too much. We had to fade the last bomb there. And now we're able to start making some decent progress on the bot. So we can fade jump up top off this little pile of bricks. Put a bit of damage across. There is a mini around here that we can take. We use our Coalescence early because, well, why not? It does stop them from pushing forward. Moira counter Coalescence, in comes the barrage. We do take her down. Low health soldier. Managed to save him, but can we get over to save our tank in time? Mercy's still floating around though. We want to try and get that kill so there's no res here. Orisa does get taken down though, and we don't even get the Mercy. So now, after the fade, no one really knew where we went, so we just stood still for a second to buy time for our cooldowns, and hey, we can move the bot again apparently. This is kind of a time when we judge the ability level of the Pharah. So when you're in that 1v1 early on, what I got from that is the Pharah's pretty decent. So they were hitting the rockets, they were moving well, and so yeah, this Pharah Mercy could be a problem, combined with the information from our teammate saying, are you going to deal with it? Which means somebody maybe didn't deal with it in their previous game. Yeah, it gives us some information on how this game's going to go. We're trying to heal up our Orisa here. D.Va does push us a little bit. We're going to fade all the way back. We can't keep Orisa alive indefinitely there. Our Ana's got no line of sight there, I don't think, anyway. So, yeah, we're just trying to stall the bot. And they're finally going to get to move it their first few meters. Crucially, we've got it after the checkpoint, so we do have a lot of time to work with here. Playing with an Ana is always quite interesting because they seem to not heal too much. In this case, they may be putting focus on trying to kill the Pharah Mercy. A bit like me, but they earn quite a lot of money from healing, so you want to give them as much of the healing as they can do. Because they just earn more cash than Moira. An enemy team nearly C9'd it, but the Pharah went in. Tires on us as well here. Are they not going to put anyone on this bot? Apparently not.
is 1-0.
So we've got 5k damage, 16k cash earned. Enemy Moira's on 15k as well. Taking a look at the D.Va build, it's micro missile build, so yeah, I mean, we can continue doing this. It also gives us extra incentive, if there wasn't already enough, to get Ethereal Excision when it comes to round 3. So Shield Buster, because we're going to always be attacking armor, and then straight away for Aerial Distressor. Now, maybe it's not the best option. If somebody actually does the maths, you might work out that for the same price we can actually get more damage even on the flying targets, just by spending a little bit differently. And then, of course, you've got to take into account the people who aren't flying and the damage you're going to be dealing to them. We actually are changing Shield Buster for Advanced Antibiotics. We're losing out on that that additional 5% attack speed, but Advanced Antibiotics happens just more often. And there's a lot of players on their team who aren't going to be getting, you know, there's no armor or anything like that. So I feel like this is better if we do need to hard focus the Pharah Mercy. We're almost certainly going to be healing, but we might not be doing any damage against armor. Even though every single person on their team has got some armor, it's going to get stripped off very quickly. So I feel like this is a much safer approach, and it should give us more consistent damage. But I do really like Shield Buster, and I think it's great against D.Va. It just so happens that with with Aerial Distressor, we're going to be doing that damage anyway. So our team forced back quite early. The Pharah did get rezzed, but our Genji is still eliminated, and nice spam coming in from the Junkrat. It is tricky to avoid the spam, especially on a map like this. Everything's kind of direct. We don't really want to flank too much, because when you flank on this, you flank. It's very difficult to, like on other maps, you could go off to the side and then kind of make your way towards the team, but this is very much like if you go to one of the sides, you can't help your team out on this middle point anyway, whereas if you go main, then you get hit by all the spam. Oh, Pharah's pushing up top. That Stratosphere proccing on them there whenever you hear that like Junkrat concussion mine sound. Oh, we nearly messed up the fade getting back. Can we help the Genji? Well, Genji just dashes up into the sky, which should save him for now. Chain Grasp onto a few players. Doing a bit of damage over onto the Pharah, but they've got the healing there, so let's target the Junkrat. Let's target the D.Va. Anything that we can see. Chain Grasp, huge damage up top again. Use Coalescence there to try and save the Genji. Can we eliminate the Pharah? Doesn't look like it. I think the Mercy's tagging him quite well. Can we? Just get out of line of sight. We finally take him down. We are... Oh no, we're stuck in a trap, but no one's there to react to it. D.Va mech does get popped, and we are capping the point. Any exit kills here would be really nice, but looks like the team's going to focus on that, which, to be honest, is probably the right choice. Especially with their spawners coming. We do hear some booster jets flying up, and thought Pharah might be going through that hole. Our Genji does get taken down. Rissa's also taken down. That burst coming in. Wow, okay. It's not the worst time for us to get eliminated here, because we've still got like 13 seconds now until the capture point's unlocked, but yeah, it is a bit of shock damage, and that is going to have a mental effect on the team as well, because they're going to be very reluctant to push forward, try and get through this choke point. At least 3 of us are anyway. So are we going to take a wide approach? Oh, we are now. Now that, yeah, Pharah's in, we're trying to use the damage orb anyway. Maybe healing orb would have been better there. There's a Junkrat tire. We're going to fade all the way behind him, see if we can distract 3 players following us. Not for very long. Yeah, we're looking at the D.Va's damage there. Like, she's doing quite a lot. We did get an extra 25 health from Aerial Distressor, but really didn't help us out much. Sorry, we're looking at the Orissa's build. So the fact that Orissa's getting deleted that quickly suggests that, yeah, they're going for some kind of max weapon power attack speed build. And we really need them to be able to take some hits so that we don't have to just heal them. And they've said, I have an idea. Okay, well, I'm not going to shoot you down there. I was throwing that bit of advice. I'm not telling you exactly what you need to build. Quite frankly, I don't know. Whereas, if they have an idea, let's see the idea in action. Maybe it's going to work. So, 11,954. That is our cash. This brings us up to 12,000. Okay, so we're selling pretty much everything here. We're keeping the Aerial Distressor. We're going to get Shield Buster back, that's for sure. Aftermarket Firing Pin gives us an interesting amount. We've got 2 item slots left. If we get Talent Modification Module, we can't get anything else. But if we do get Okay, in this case, wrist wraps. Little swap around. We can get Stratosphere again. So Techno Leech is going to give us that little bit of survival with the weapon lifesteal combined with Ethereal. And Stratosphere is also going to help us out quite a lot. We're putting out decent damage numbers, as you can see. The heal numbers aren't too bad. A lot of that is going over to the Orisa, and there's a fair amount of it that's self-heal. Okay, I mean, they're still in that situation. We're not going to get too much healing on them. Maybe Anna will. Depends on if she's going more kind of anti-flyer or not. So enemy team has, you know, a 5.5k lead in terms of cash as well. But now I believe... Oh, yeah, enemy D.Va's so squishy. I don't think she realizes how much damage we're going to put out on them. Especially if the Mercy is pocketing the Pharah. It's going to leave a lot of healing for enemy Moira, so they should get quite rich from this if they focus on that. But yeah, the D.Va's not going to survive that long here. And we've now got the lifesteal. Of course, if we get hit by Junkrat spam and long-range Pharah rockets, we're going to have to retreat a little bit. Like, pick and choose our moment. In comes that barrage. Okay, so tanky. Even with all of the damage items that we've got, they're really, really tanky there. Okay, we use the heal orb. We don't want to get stuck in this 1v1 against Moira for too long. I think we win it if we do stay there, but we need to be using this chain grasp open to D.Va. We try and fire the orb to the side so it can bounce, but here we go. D.Va's also popped. There's the Mercy flying around. Barrage from Pharah comes in. Damage, chain grasp over onto the Mercy. Nearly took her out. Just get back to spawn. I'm happy to stay here for a little bit. That's fine. We've always got a fade. We fire the orb up high to try and hit the Pharah. She falls back down to try and get the barrage shots over onto us. She's shooting us a little bit here. Again, we can stay here just a little bit. Missiles are used from D.Va, but she's not hitting them or not aiming them at us. One of those. That aerial distress to see D.Va mech just popped immediately. Here comes the Pharah again. We're going to respect that a little bit. In comes the barrage after concussive blast. They're playing this build really, really well. I can see why this could be a problem for people. Of course, we are going to fade, use our heal orb, try and get that damage out. People would say, why aren't you attacking the Mercy arcs? It's not the best idea. We're relying on chain grasp to attack the Mercy, but if we do shoot the Mercy's going to damage amp the Pharah. And that means that the Pharah is going to kill us quicker. If we attack the Pharah, the Mercy's forced to heal the Pharah. That means no damage amp, which means we can survive more rocket hits. We can use our sustain. It's generally just a better option unless you can guarantee that you can rapidly kill the Mercy. In Stadium, you can never rapidly kill a Mercy. Not with Moira. You need something like Weapon Power Ash to be able to do that. Now, we heard the Pharah concussive blast behind us somewhere. Don't know if they're going for us exactly. Orisa pushes the Moira away. She is low health. We're going to use that opportunity to apply a heal over time. And now Genji's over on the Pharah. Can they get him down? Pharah with some great movement again. Avoiding that Genji. Not for forever, though. Because, yeah, oh, enemy Moira is somewhere around here. They did fade backwards. Got to watch out for the Junkrat spam. Chain Grasp gets the kill over onto Junkrat. We can put some pressure on the Pharah because we're in the lead. And I want to take this combo as far away from our bot as possible. So we've just made it to the final checkpoint. The Pharah could have been pushing over here to try and stop this. Instead, we sacrifice our life for more distance on the objective. And I don't mind those kind of trades, but I would have wanted to last a bit longer than that. So let's see how the finale of this round plays out.
Surrender to my will.
Okay, Coalescence, long-range healing. Going to try and put some damage out on the Pharah, but Coalescence really doesn't do that much with this kind of build. Orisa gets taken down. Enemy team clean up several of our players. We should still have time, though. In fact, we will have time. So, cheeky little regroup. All of our players getting a nice spawn wave together. There goes the Pharah for the barrage again. There's no point in trying to heal this. We want to try and damage it. Can we out-damage the Mercy healing? It's getting close. Pharah, again, we're distracting two players. The whole time that this is going on, this is a good thing. And that's why. Pharah Mercy, busy trying to kill us. We've got all sorts of things that we can use to survive, but that's all they can do here.
Coming up, get ready for control.
Right, going into round 4.
Every choice is
what are we going to sell? Wrist wraps is the one which I will almost certainly sell just to open up some spots, but we're going to have to sell 2 of them, which means Stratosphere also is going to probably get thrown out here, and maybe Techno Leech as well. Okay, we're keeping Stratosphere for now. So look at that, 10k, 11k, Weapon Jammer, Booster Jets, job done, but maybe we want Elsaka Suppressor. Because we noticed that they were quite hard for us to eliminate, especially with the Mercy healing. Like that's the Pharah, the Diva as well. Do we want to give one of them up in order to get Elsaka Suppressor? That's the question. It's a consideration. I think it is going to be worth it. The extra damage, obviously, that can help a lot. But reducing their healing, I don't think anybody else on our team is doing it. So it's just going to have some better utility. Unless Moira goes Void Hoppers, there's pretty much no way that anyone on their team can get rid of that. Not without a gadget. So I think that's a good choice. And yeah, I was wondering if Lumerico Fusion Drive combined with that barrage effect is going to like keep on proccing it. I tested it in the practice range and I don't think it does. I was just genuinely surprised at how tanky this Pharah really is. It seems kind of crazy, but I don't know if someone in the comments wants to explain why this Pharah is so difficult to kill. And while you're down there, if you hit the like button, it really helps support the channel. And yeah, it demonstrates to me that you want to see more of this content. So, oh, also, in the last rounds of this, we've got a real surprise for how we're going to deal with this combo. As Chaingrass takes down the Junkrat. Moira also getting low. We track her instantly. It's got no cooldown. Second Chaingrass coming in. Clean up. Just got this duo to deal with here. The barrage isn't on us. We don't want to fade it as soon as the barrage is there. We only want to fade it when it's attacking us, which sometimes can be pretty tricky to react. You've just got to be ready with your fade. Little trick for you guys as well. I don't actually use this, but if you're ever struggling with reaction fades, put fade on one of your side mouse buttons, if you have side mouse buttons. I don't. I use shift for my fade, but you can react so much quicker to like shatters and stuff like that if you put it on the mouse. Now, I don't like it because I have a low sensitivity and I tend to accidentally press it when I move my mouse quickly, but it is just straight up faster. So if you're having trouble reacting to stuff, then yeah, that could be a solution. I'd say try it out. If you don't like it, just don't use it. You don't need to use it. As I said, I don't, but some information for you. So right now we are holding the choke point, trying to get Chain Grasp in as much as we can. Eva's trying to push the Orisa, but healing's good. Eva Mex popped as well. Just like that, we didn't react. I mean, it was instant. I wonder if we can see it here. No, I already skip it. I always skip it because watching the death cam doesn't really give you too much information on what's going on, and sometimes I want to know how's the health of the team looking and what do I need to do here. We use Coalescence. It's not a mistake. We're using it for the movement speed to get into the fight. Since we're all on a weapon power build, our Coalescence really doesn't do anything. So we're just using it to try and get back to point as quick as possible. 3-1 the score. I wonder if you can guess what power we pick here.
Coming up next, let's push.
I mean, I already know. I was in the game. But what about you guys? So I have a solution for this. Look at the map. This is quite a big open map. I'm sure that gave it away. Destruction's Divide. I hate this power. But we've got a plan. Destruction's Divide with all of this attack speed. The Pharah is stationary. If we just like pop Destruction's Divide on the Pharah Mercy when she's in barrage, and we can do it wherever she is, even if she's like really high. If she's in line of sight, then we're going to hit her. So now it's like, okay, alternative energy. We picked this not for any of the fade replenish your energy stuff. We pick this because it gives 15% attack speed and 10% ability power, which means plus 25 damage stats towards Coalescence. So we've got a decent amount of attack speed, a decent amount of... this Weapon Jammers doesn't work really with it because it's only while we attack, but it should still be enough. 3-tap Tommy Gun, same reason. We picked that because it's 10%, 10%, which means plus 20 for our Coalescence. So we're stacking into the Coalescence here. Aerial Distresser, yeah, okay. We still need it just for the regular game. We don't have our ult all the time. We're not building specifically to put all of our eggs into one Destruction's Divide basket. We still want to do damage during the regular game, but 3-tap Tommy Gun and Alternative Energy are going to do that. We are a little bit squishy, but when it comes to our ultimate usage, it's going to shred. So, oh, Exo Springs, quick sell of this in the last seconds. We want that because, again, with the map choice, we can use that to jump up really high and try and put pressure on the Pharaoh Mercy. Is it worth it? Maybe not, but if you're going to take it on any map, this is probably the map to do it. There's all sorts of little cheeky flanks that you can do over the rooftops, and I like it, but sometimes it gets me into a bit more trouble. So we're rotating around towards the bot. It does mean a big period of inactivity, but there is an isolated Junkrat here. Very low health. We're going to fade forward. Junkrat taken down. Oh, D.Va's also popped. Not anything to do with us. We've got our gadget as well, but we've got no time to do the crouch to use it, even though they buffed the charge up time on that item in the last patch. Farah's taken down. Mercy's taken down. I mean, there's only a Moira to go. Heal the Genji. Just apply the heal over time, and then we want to see if we can get the Moira down now that she's used her cooldowns. Oh, the sleep dust, just the icing on the cake there. So we've got our gadget primed up now with the charge. We just need to stand up, then hit fade, then hit jump. And we can go right over the rooftops. Here we go, up towards the Pharaoh, but we get booped backwards. It's not the end of the world. I mean, we got a bit more damage at the start than we would have done. Also, yeah, we didn't react to that one. That's a mouse button fade that's needed for that. But yeah, we also completely underestimated the damage output that comes. Soldiers doing some work over onto the Pharaoh. Are they going to be able to take him out? Ana does. Ana seems to also be shooting the Pharaoh. But D.Va does take down the soldier. So we use our gadget to regroup with our team a little bit quicker. The more direct approach. It's got a very fast cooldown. Now there's D.Va up top. D.Va's not going to be able to 1v1 me at this point. It's just not going to happen, even with your lava on the ground everywhere. We'll just fade through it. Mechs pop, baby D.Va. No, you're just going to walk us to the Mega. Oh, Pharaoh's... Ooh. Okay, we're going to jump over this wall up towards the Pharaoh. Of course, we're fighting them in this horrible position where we've just used our fade. See, it does get me into trouble a little bit. I need to be more selective when and where I use it. Still, enemy team is only just starting to push the objective, so it's not the end of the world. I think against less tanky targets, this is quite good here. Our ultimate's nearly ready. Get nano boost, Destruction's Divide. Burst down the Mercy, burst down the Pharaoh. That is the combo taken care of with the Moira as well. We had to swap to the heal beam because when you're using the right click on Destruction's Divide, you don't get any self-heal from it. So we just use the healing beam even if we're not actually healing players. So quick alternation as D.Va now gets shut down. Moira also completely destroyed. Enemy team's only got 23 seconds left and they've got a fair distance. They've got to get it past the checkpoint. Right now, we've got the momentum. I don't know if we're going to get this any further. Oh, Gadget gets us out of the barrage. Ana as well, taking care of the Pharaoh there. It looks like several of us have put in efforts to try and deal with the Pharaoh Mercy as we fade jump forward. Try and put some pressure over onto the Junkrat. D.Va's now chasing us. It means you're not on the bot again. Oh, luckily they move back. Mostly because they're weak. Jump up to get some vision of where the Junkrat tire could be as now we focus onto the D.Va from the high ground. Jump down now. Enemy team not going to get anywhere near this. Baby D.Va walked forward for a second. Mercy has no chance. And that is GG. I do like the Destruction's power, Destruction's Divide power combined with Alternative Energy and 3-tap Tommy Gun. I think if this went into the later rounds, you'd really see the power of that because we'd build a lot more into it. Expert is asking about the Destruction's Divide. And I mean... yeah, we're saying with the attack speed. You can burst down the flyers, and then look what the play of the game is. It is this exact example. So guys, I hope you liked the video. GG, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.